There will come a time in your life when you'll feel like your silence is killing you. When lies will spread faster than truth. When the people you loved most will walk away. And you'll sit there wondering if your calm was a mistake. You'll replay every moment. I could have answered them. I could have exposed them. I could have proved my side. But something in your heart will whisper, don't react, just watch. And you won't understand it then, but that whisper will save your destiny. Because the moment you don't react, you hand the pen back to Allah. You let Him write the ending, and He writes with a justice the world can't see yet. You see, sometimes Allah hides His reaction in silence because He's rearranging things you can't see. He's protecting you from a war you don't even know exists. He's building your victory in a way that won't embarrass your soul later. The people who laughed at your silence, they'll one day whisper, how did they survive all that? And the answer will be simple. You didn't fight back, you handed it back. This story you're living is not about revenge, it's about revelation. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving that faith always wins, even when it looks like you're losing. So if you've been quiet lately, if you've been misunderstood, betrayed, or tested beyond your strength, don't break. You're not being ignored. You're being written into a story where Allah reacts for you. Keep watching till the end, because by the time the story finishes, you'll understand why silence isn't weakness. It's the loudest proof that you're protected. The devil wins when you react, but loses when you reflect. My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes the devil doesn't come with big temptations or loud distractions. He comes in silence. He waits in the small moments when someone says something that hurts you, when you feel disrespected, when your heart starts to heat up with anger. He doesn't need to shout. He just whispers softly. Say something back. Don't stay quiet. Don't let them walk over you. And that whisper feels so justified, doesn't it? Because you feel wronged. You feel misunderstood. You feel like silence means weakness. But that's the moment, the exact moment when the devil wins. If you react without reflection, he doesn't want your heart to stay calm. He wants your peace to scatter like dust in the wind. He knows that when you lose control of your tongue, you lose control of your blessings. And this is how he wins. Not through force, not through violence, but by planting a small fire inside you and letting you feed it with your own emotions. You see, the real battle isn't between you and the person who upset you. It's between your peace and your pride. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about who keeps their soul clean in the middle of chaos. When you react, pride wins. When you reflect, peace wins. Every time you pause before replying, you silence a voice that wants to control you. You say, no, my peace is not up for negotiation. This is not weakness, it's strength. Because real strength is not about how loud you can be, but how quiet you can stay when your heart is on fire. There are moments when you'll feel that urge to answer back. You'll feel your body tighten, your chest rise and fall quickly, your tongue almost ready to release words you'll later regret. That's the test. That's the moment when your soul is being weighed. And in that silence, Allah is watching you. He's writing your patience as a victory. The world may see your silence and think he lost. But in the unseen, angels are recording he held his peace. She chose calm. They trusted Allah more than their ego. Sometimes people say hurtful things not because they're right, but because they're lost. They speak from pain, jealousy, or pride. And when you answer them with anger, you drink from the same cup they're drowning in. But when you stay calm, you break the cycle. You remind your heart that peace doesn't depend on people. It depends on your connection with Allah. The devil doesn't like that. He wants you angry, defensive, loud, because then you stop thinking clearly. You stop praying. You stop being grateful. And you start saying, why me? Why now? But silence protects you. Reflection heals you. It's a shield that keeps your dignity safe. Sometimes the most powerful reply is no reply. Sometimes the most beautiful answer is your peace. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every attack requires your energy. When you choose reflection instead of reaction, you're telling the devil, I know your tricks. You want me to lose control, but I'm not giving you that satisfaction. And that frustrates him more than anything, because he doesn't fear your loudness. He fears your calmness. He doesn't fear your arguments. He fears your silence that comes from wisdom. My dear brothers and sisters, when you react quickly, you hand your power to others. But when you reflect, you take it back. They may insult you, but you remain gentle. They may provoke you, but you remain composed. And that's when your heart becomes a place where Allah's light can settle, because Allah's peace doesn't live in noise. It lives in calm hearts. It lives in silence that's full of understanding. It lives in people who don't let their emotions control their faith. So the next time you feel anger boiling inside, take a breath. Remind yourself, I'm being watched by the one who sees all. And ask yourself quietly, do I want to win the argument, or do I want to win my peace? That small pause, that one moment of reflection can save you from saying things you'll regret for years. It can save a relationship. It can protect your heart. It can keep your soul clean, because reacting in anger feels powerful for a moment, but staying silent in patience keeps you powerful forever. Sometimes people will think your silence means you accepted defeat. But remember, not everything needs an audience. Your peace doesn't need applause. Your calm doesn't need validation. Allah saw it, He wrote it, and that's enough. Every time you hold yourself back, you are quietly declaring war against the devil. You're saying, you can tempt me, but you can't control me. You can whisper, but you can't break me. You can try, but I belong to Allah. Your reflection is your victory. Your silence is your shield. And your peace is your greatest proof that you're walking with Allah, not with anger. So don't let the devil win through your reaction. Let him lose through your calmness. Let him burn in his failure as you walk away smiling, not out of arrogance, but out of gratitude that Allah gave you the strength to stay still. The devil feeds on chaos, but Allah blesses calm. My dear brothers and sisters, the devil never needs to enter a house filled with calm hearts. He waits outside, whispering, searching for cracks, and those cracks are created by noise. The more noise, the more space he finds. That's why he loves arguments. He loves loud voices, rushing thoughts, and restless hearts. He feeds on confusion the way fire feeds on air. Every time you raise your voice in anger, every time you let your emotions take over, you give him food. And every time you pause, breathe, and stay gentle, you starve him. Chaos is his oxygen. Calmness is his suffocation. Think about the moments when you felt your peace slip away. Was it because of something huge? Usually not. It starts small, a harsh word, a tiny misunderstanding, a moment of ego, and before you know it, the house is filled with tension. One person speaks a little louder, the other refuses to listen, and soon the silence that once carried peace is filled with walls of pride. That's where the devil dances. He celebrates in that noise because he knows peace has left the room. But where there is calm, there is Allah. He sends tranquility like soft rain on a dry heart. He doesn't speak in the middle of noise, he speaks in stillness. When your voice lowers, your heart hears better. When your thoughts slow down, your soul begins to listen. The devil wants your life to sound like thunder. Allah wants it to feel like dawn. The difference is in your reaction. When you feel that argument rising, the best thing you can do is pause. Even a few seconds of calm can protect an entire relationship. Sometimes one quiet breath can stop years of regret. That's how powerful calmness is. You don't have to win every fight. You just have to win your peace. Because in peace lives wisdom. In chaos lives regret. The devil feeds on moments when people forget who they are. He loves when spouses yell at each other, when friends turn cold, when family dinners end in silence. He claps when love turns into shouting, because that's when hearts begin to close. But the believer, the calm soul, starves him. They lower their voice, they breathe, they say, this isn't worth my peace. And in that moment, angels stand between them and the devil. Calm doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough to protect your peace. It means you value what Allah values: gentleness, patience, mercy. The devil knows he can't win against mercy. He knows calm hearts are out of his reach. So he will do everything he can to make you hurry. He'll make you send the message before thinking. He'll make you walk out before listening. He'll make you say something you can't take back. And when it's all over, he disappears and leaves you with regret. That's his plan. He plants the seed and you water it with your reaction. My brothers and sisters, don't water what hurts you. Don't feed the chaos. Feed your calm instead. When you stay gentle, you're not being passive. You're being powerful in a way that the devil cannot understand. He understands rage. He understands pride. But he cannot understand patience. He doesn't know what to do when you smile instead of shout. He burns when you say, it's okay. He weakens when you whisper, I leave it to Allah. Because every time you choose calmness, you remind him that you belong to your Creator, not your emotions. Have you noticed that peace always leaves first, before happiness, before clarity, before blessings? When chaos comes in, peace walks out quietly. That's why the first thing to protect is your calm. If you keep that safe, everything else will return. So when someone tries to pull you into noise, remember it's not about them. It's about the unseen battle around you. The devil is trying to pull you down to his level, and Allah is watching to see if you rise. When you raise your voice in anger, you may feel powerful for a moment. But when you lower it for peace, you become powerful forever. Calmness is not weakness. It's wisdom in action. It's saying, I trust Allah to handle what my anger can't. And that's when miracles begin in silence. When you stay silent, Allah speaks for you. My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes in life you'll be hurt by words that never should have been spoken. You'll be accused of things you never did, misunderstood by people you tried your best to love, and ignored by those for whom you prayed silently. And in those moments, the heart wants to scream. It wants to say, that's not true, let me explain. But the more you try to defend yourself to people blinded by pride, the more you lose your peace. That's when silence becomes your protection. Because silence isn't empty, it's full of Allah's witness. It's full of the one who heard the lie, saw the injustice, and promised that he would handle what your tongue doesn't have to. When you stay silent, you're not saying, I don't care. You're saying, I trust Allah more than my words. Because your explanation may fall on deaf ears, but Allah's justice never misses. There are times when silence speaks louder than shouting. Your calm confuses those who expected a fight.